Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Chloe Yasmin. First of all, that sounded real preppy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, y'all. It's your girl, Chloe Yasmin, back in the cup with another video. And in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys 9 reasons why you may be experiencing odor downstairs. Let's make this clear. This is a judgment-free zone. This is a safe zone. This is a safe place. So when I go over these reasons on why you may be experiencing the odor, I am not judging you and I am not speaking down on you. The only reason why I know these may be reasons why you're struggling with odor is because, girl, these were the reasons I was struggling with odor. Okay, so I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking on no, oh, I looked this up. Yeah, I looked at another video and I just kind of wrote down all the tricks and all the tips. No, I actually experienced these things, or I wasn't doing these things, and that is why I was struggling so heavy with vaginal odor. Now, the reason why these videos are so important to me is because my hygiene really affected my self-esteem and confidence in school. I just remember being so frustrated and feeling so insecure because no matter what I did and no matter what I tried, the same odor kept coming back, and sometimes even stronger. I would go to school, be fresh in the beginning, and then out of nowhere the odor would come out of nowhere and I could smell it. And it was honestly one of the most embarrassing and traumatizing times in my life. All I can do is pray and hope nobody actually smelt me, because oh my gosh, it affected my self-esteem so bad. And if I knew somebody actually smelled it, that'd probably affect me a little bit to this day, okay? But it's normal. We just gotta figure out a way to help it and get rid of it. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and hop into 9 reasons. I'm pretty sure I said 9 reasons. I hope I didn't say no other number. 9 reasons why you may be experiencing odor downstairs. 9 reasons why I did. Might as well title it that way. Okay, but before I go ahead and hop into today's video, y'all know how your girl feels about smelling good. I'm an all over smelling good person. I literally have an addiction to smelling good. I have an addiction to hygiene products, perfume, whatever the heck makes me smell good, I have an addiction to. The addiction is so real, so I always, and I mean always, gotta smell good, okay? Whether it's my laundry or it's my perfumes and stuff, you feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, we all know the best feeling, one of the best feelings, is when you can smell super expensive and super strong and good affordably, like for cheap. Okay, and I'm all about figuring out new ways on how to smell good for cheap and how to smell good with affordable products. So, Dossier. First of all, thank you so much, Dossier, for sending me 2 fragrances from you guys' collection of fragrances. Basically, Dossier is a perfume company, a perfume brand, and they make cheaper versions of expensive perfumes. So they have perfumes like Chanel and YSL, but it's just named differently, but it's inspired by that fragrance. Okay, so girl, they sent me 2 fragrances, and their fragrances are so affordable, but they sent me 2 fragrances. They let me pick 2 different fragrances to go ahead and review and try and give you guys my honest opinion. The first time I ever tried a Dossier fragrance was on my mom and I's recent hygiene shopping haul. I went back to Walmart and I picked up this fruity almond perfume, and this is inspired by Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. The reason why I went back and bought this is because I had picked up the Baccarat perfume and I did not like the way it smelled, but I knew it wasn't Dossier's fault. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try another fragrance that I actually love and compare it to the real fragrance. And when I tell y'all, this fruity almond smells exactly like Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, if not even better. And it lasts just as good, if not even better. Oh my gosh. And it was only like 30 bucks. Or maybe that one was 20. I'm pretty sure that one was 20. Either way, it's up on the screen, okay? Either way, you know I can correct it. So since I love that so much, I was like, okay, I'm gonna agree for you guys to send me 2 of my favorite fragrances. So that's what we're doing today. I picked out 2 inspired fragrances that are inspired by my favorite fragrances. Y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all know I be real confusing. I don't always get everything correctly the right way out, but you get what I'm saying, okay? So I picked Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, love it, gotta have it, and Christian Dior J'adore, gotta have it. And we're gonna see if these even smell like the OGs, okay? And then we'll go ahead and get into those 9 reasons, okay? So the first fragrance we have here, I don't really know, because they don't tell you which one it's inspired by. They tell you that on the website, so I'm not really sure which one this is, but I'm pretty sure this would be the Coco Mademoiselle inspired one. And this is Woody Woody Oak Moss by Dossier, baby. Let's see. I'm not playing. Girl, I'm so excited. Hold on, I gotta take off my jacket for this one. This little flannel thing, y'all. I'm hot anyways. I'm gonna spray one on this wrist and one on this wrist, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna give y'all a real rating. Okay, Dossier. And I'm gonna go ahead and link down below their website. How y'all do that? How did y'all make Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel for $30? The picture and price is up on the screen right now. Once again, link down below is their website. This is Coco Chanel by Mademoiselle. It's not as strong. I will say that it is not as strong, but it smells exactly like it, and it is strong. It's just not as strong. We all know how Chanel do. And it's so cheap. Oh my gosh, compared to the Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, I'm gonna rate this at 8.5 out of 10. Y'all are like spot on. Okay, let's get to this next one ASAP, because if I find out that these are exactly like the name brands, I ain't never buying the name brands again. We ain't doing it. We just ain't gonna do it. Okay. And you never know. Dossier might be making one of my fragrances one day. Inspired by one of my fragrances one day. You never know. You never know. We don't rush things though. We don't rush things. Okay, hold on, because what I'm smelling is not really exactly J'adore. Okay, and it's very similar. Just give me a second. Okay, that's very similar to J'adore. That's crazy. Okay, and it's not as strong either. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this one a 7.5 out of 10 because it's not that strong, but it's literally almost spot on to J'adore by Christian Dior. I just scratched my face. Ooh, girl. I'm so excited. Okay, they do say it on the notes what it's inspired by. Yes, ma'am. That's crazy. Y'all are like almost spot on with these fragrances. That is absolutely wild. So the Fruity Almond, 10 out of 10. There's literally like no difference between Good Girl and that one, except for that one's probably like stronger and better. And then the Woody Oak Moss, this is inspired by Chanel, the Coco Mademoiselle. Like I said, 8.5, very, very, very close. And then the Fruity Jasmine, 7.5 because y'all are almost there. Y'all are almost there. But that Coco Mademoiselle is literally basically there. Oh my gosh, Dossier, y'all be doing y'all thing. Oh my gosh, when I tell y'all those fragrances smell so good. And they're like a million times cheaper than the name brand. Girl, go ahead and get you some. Dossier is linked down below. Thank you, Dossier. I so appreciate it because y'all know your girl loves to help my sisters out with the deals when I tell you, hi, Dossier. Now, they don't have like all fragrances on there, of course, but I really do suggest going and looking up your favorite fragrance on their website and seeing if they might have like an imitation of it, because that is so close. And I really want to go ahead and try the YSL Libre because I'm almost out of mine and I would love to find a cheaper version of it. And I also want to go ahead and try, there's so many, but there's like a Tom Ford Blanc coconut one I want to go ahead and try. So stay tuned because I really want to go ahead and continue to keep trying Dossier fragrances and letting y'all know how they are. Okay, I don't have too much space on my phone, but I really wanted to go ahead and insert this clip really fast because it's been 2 days since I filmed that video, and I went ahead and tested out these perfumes by themselves when I went out, just to go ahead and really give a real accurate like review and rating on these products. And when I tell y'all how much different I feel about these products is actually crazy. They are both rated a 10 out of 10. I do not believe Dossier could have done any better on formulating these perfumes. Of course, the OG perfumes are going to smell a little bit stronger and they're going to have like the tiniest bit of difference, but it's so tiny and it's so like barely even a thing that you cannot tell that these fragrances are not what they're duped to be. So the Chanel one, when I tell y'all the only thing that's different with this fragrance, the only thing I could possibly say is that it's not as strong, but it's so strong. It doesn't need to be any stronger. Like honestly, I love my Coco Mademoiselle for how strong it is. It's a little too strong. It's like, strong for what? Like, why are you this strong? But I love it because y'all know how I do. But this is the perfect amount of strength, the perfect amount of strength to be able to project a nice strong fragrance. With the J'adore one, girl, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. The only thing I would say about this one is, yes, it's not like as strong. They're both 15% concentration, and I would also say that it's a little bit more fruity than the original J'adore. I would say the original J'adore is a little bit more deep. It has a little bit more musk and a little bit more maybe of like a deeper jasmine. I'm not really sure. So this is probably the closest you could ever get to J'adore. It is J'adore, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yes, there's like those little tiny bit of things, but nobody's gonna notice it. Like, if you know J'adore, when I walk past you, you're gonna be like, are you wearing J'adore? Oh yes, girl. You're not gonna be able to tell. These are amazing. They last crazy long. They are so strong. They smell like the actual fragrance. They mix just like the actual fragrance with like other fragrances. They're beautiful. 10 out of 10. Get you some. And if you like Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, they also got that. Fruity almond. Strong, potent, beautiful, accurate products. Yes, 10 out of 10. I don't think I'll ever buy name brand again, because like, why would I? Unless it's for the bottle. It's for the bottle. So well, that was fun. Thank you so much, Dossier. And now we're gonna go ahead and hop into what today's video is for. I hope y'all like my hair. Yes ma'am, I'm loving it. Loving it. We love the volume. Yes ma'am. Jordan always teases me for how I say volume. I say volume and he says it's volume, and I'm like, it's volume. Everybody tell him it's my way, the way I say it. Everybody tell him that. Enough rambling. Let's finally get into it. I know I've said it a million times, but let's get into it. The very first reason why you may be struggling with odor downstairs is because of dehydration. So you may not be drinking enough water. Now, I know a lot of girls may be like, that's just common sense. I'm sorry. Like, everybody says the same thing, but honestly, not everybody knows that drinking a large amount of water is such an important step and tip when it comes down to feminine hygiene. I know I didn't know. I was constantly drinking pops and juices, all types of stuff but water. And water is what we need for our feminine hygiene. Oh my gosh, it is so important. And I didn't know how important it was until I started to drink a gallon of water a day. So a gallon of water a day is about 8 water bottles. So these kind of water bottles, y'all, if you drink 8 of these a day, you are getting a full gallon in. And let's say you're drinking a little bit under a gallon of water, that is still a good amount of water, but there's always room for improvement. I'm just playing. So the first tip is to please increase your water intake. Water is so important, and I can promise you, you will see a difference. Or shall I say, you will smell a difference. And honestly, a lot of us, all we need is to drink a lot of water. A lot of us don't even need anything else or even need to know the rest of the reasons, because water is all we need. So first things first, increase your water intake. Now listen to this. Drinking a lot of water doesn't just benefit your downstairs area, it benefits your whole entire body. It helps with bad breath. It helps with underarm odor. It helps with odor all over your body. And when you drink a lot of water, you will notice that when you sweat, your sweat don't even smell bad. Your body don't smell bad when you sweat, when you drink a lot of water. I could go on and on about water, the energy that comes with drinking water, the decrease in body odor. Like, I just cannot get over how great water is for you. Hair growth, everything. The second reason may be because you are using the wrong soap to clean your lady bits. So let me go ahead and share with you guys some safe soaps to go ahead and cleanse your lady bits with. Make sure you clean up every single day, okay? Make sure you clean it up every single day with the right soaps. So no Summer's Eve, no body washes, none of that junk. We're gonna use baby wash, okay? And I actually have a couple different favorites. Actually, right now, my current like favorite is CeraVe baby wash. It's up on the screen right now. This stuff is so amazing, you guys. When I tell y'all, you can't go wrong with it. You cannot go wrong with it. It is fragrance free. It's not overly moisturizing, which too much moisture can cause odor downstairs, so be careful with that. Baby Dove. This is the Baby Dove hypoallergenic wash. This one does have a mild fragrance, but they also have one that is fragrance free, and these are going to be the soaps that you want to use. These are very safe soaps for our downstairs downstairs area. Now I will go ahead and say this because I went through this phase where I was just like, that stuff don't work. I don't know what y'all was talking about, but y'all on something because it ain't working. Basically, I was using Summer's Eve and Vagisil for so long. So when I try to go ahead and use a new soap, a baby soap, a fragrance-free safe soap, I noticed that it really wasn't helping the odor downstairs. I'm like, what's going on? It's not helping the odor downstairs. But what I needed to do was be consistent and give the product time. Because you have used those products for so long, it is in your system and you have used it for so long, so your body is adjusted to it. Now we got to go ahead and detox from those products and get our body used to not using those products. Those products are just way too irritating and strong for our downstairs area, way too much fragrance. So basically what our body does is our body is meant to adapt. So when we're using products like that to conceal the odor and get rid of the odor, our body is working overtime, and over time you end up experiencing more odor with those products than you did before you ever even touched them. So we gotta detox and start using good fragrance-free safe soaps in order to experience the odor-free vaginal area. I also want to make this clear, your vaginal area is never supposed to smell like flowers and cookies and perfume. That is never what we aim for. If it is smelling like that, there is something wrong and you got to go ahead and reevaluate what you're using downstairs. I also want to go ahead and say that body odor is normal. This is directed at the people that are struggling with, not directed, is that the right word? I'm not really sure, but this is for the people that are struggling with an intense odor, a stronger odor. Odor is normal. Do I think it's normal to have odor all day? No, but I do believe that odor is normal at the end of the day when you've gone through your whole entire day. It's normal to have odor at the end of the day, and my goal is to always have the minimal amount of odor at the end of the day, if not none. So before any of y'all get upset talking about she's so unrealistic. Odor is normal. Yes, it is normal, but I don't enjoy odor, so I try my hardest to prevent it and get rid of it. And these are the tips and these are the reasons why I was struggling and how I got rid of it. I've had a lot of my sisters reach out and be like, girl, at first I thought you were just too much, like odor's normal. But then I started using your tips and I was like, wait a minute, it's possible not to have odor? Yes, it is. The third reason why you may be experiencing odor is because you are not using a washcloth. And I'm not talking about regular body washcloths, I'm talking about baby washcloths. When I tell you guys, these are so serious in your feminine hygiene game. So for my whole entire life, I was not taught to use like a baby washcloth downstairs because first of all, the washcloths, they were just way too rough for my downstairs area, and we didn't have like a big selection of washcloths, so I obviously couldn't use the same washcloth I'm using my body wash on my downstairs area. So I just used my hands growing up, and I thought that that was the most effective way to go ahead and clean my downstairs area. I didn't know there was any other way to clean my downstairs area, so I always used my hands and the odor came back in 30 minutes. No lie. And the beginning of my YouTube channel is when I really started to develop this passion for hygiene and start to learn different ways and different tricks on how to eliminate odor. And one thing I started to do was actually use a washcloth. I had used loofahs my whole entire life. So I started to use a washcloth all over my body. And I was like, girl, if this is helping me with my body odor, I'm gonna use one downstairs. So I started to use washcloths downstairs. It started to dry me out and it actually ripped my skin a little bit because it was way too rough for my downstairs area. So I was like, what the heck am I gonna do? Baby washcloths. My favorite baby washcloths are from Target. I love the Carter's kind and the Cloud Island kind. I believe the Carter's are more expensive and the Cloud Islands are cheaper because of the Target brand. So always go for the Cloud Island washcloths at Target. And if you don't have a Target where you live, just get baby washcloths. They're gentle yet effective, extremely effective. And I'm sure there are going to be questions about why you need a washcloth and why it works and what is it for. It is to thoroughly cleanse your downstairs area. When you're using your hands, that's not thoroughly cleansing your downstairs area. That's not getting all the sweat and the bacteria and the odor off. This is going to scrub gently and remove all odor. It gives us a real clean palette, a real clean downstairs area to go ahead and work with. It's like trying to clean deodorant off of your underarms with your hands. No. And we just keep putting deodorant back on top of that? No, that's the reason why we're struggling with underarm odor, is because we're not removing all of the deodorant. Okay? Baby washcloths, okay, they thoroughly cleanse that downstairs area. The fourth reason is because you might have too much moisture downstairs. So I rarely ever talk about this, but this is one of the main reasons why I struggled so bad back in the day. Okay, so this is what I used to do when I got out the shower. I would cleanse my lady bits just on my hands. I would get out and I would either use the same towel I used on my body with all this bacteria to dry my downstairs area, or I would leave it how it was. Just leave it and just put on underwear. Oh my gosh, I'm cringing. And I'm not judging y'all if you're not doing it. I'm just saying for myself, like, I'm literally cringing. You know how if you leave a wet towel just sitting, there's gonna be odor in there? Same thing goes for your downstairs area. When you get out of the shower, get a paper towel and dab your downstairs area. Not the hole, but like the inside of your lip area. Open it up and dab, 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 dab. And then go over the hole, not in the hole, but go over it and just dab it. That right there gets rid of all that water that is going to eventually cause odor if we do not get rid of it. Leaving water anywhere in a closed-in area, it's gonna cause odor. And it can also cause infections. That's why we don't stay in our swimsuits all day, because that could eventually cause an infection and cause odors. You know, we gotta go ahead and take those wet swimsuits off. So make sure when you get out of the shower, you dry your downstairs area. And if you feel like that's gonna cause any itchiness because it's too dry, easily you can use a little bit of vitamin E oil or some Vaseline and just moisturize the inside a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit, just to go ahead and like re-moisturize. Okay, I'm not sure what number we're on now, but the next reason is because you're not changing your underwear. So we have to change our underwear. That can be a little bit confusing at first, but just hear me out. So I'm the kind of person that naturally I have a lot of discharge that comes out on a daily. And then since I drink a lot of water, even more comes out on a daily. Now, when you have things like that sitting downstairs, they cause odor. And one of the main reasons why I struggled with odor back in the day was because I was not changing my underwear. I was letting the discharge just sit down there, and eventually with walking and sweating, it just caused odor, especially if you're not drinking water so your discharge doesn't smell right. My old tip for this was when it started to get too moist downstairs or odor started to go ahead and accumulate, I would put a new panty liner on. So I would change panty liners all day. But panty liners realistically aren't the best for us. They don't really allow our downstairs area to breathe. So what I started to do was change my underwear. Anytime I sweated out my underwear, or anytime I had a lot of discharge downstairs, I started to change out my underwear, and instantly I noticed that I had no odor. So I always keep dry underwear packed in my purse inside of a Ziploc baggie to go ahead and change if I need to, because honestly, I'm a heavy sweater and I also have heavy discharge. So those two combined are not a good like duo if I'm not changing my underwear consistently. So change your underwear. That is how you manage heavy discharge, sweaty underwear, downstairs odor, changing out your underwear. Girl, I will change a million times if I have to. And also keep in mind that you should never ever wash your underwear with a regular detergent. Always use a fragrance-free and dye-free detergent, and never use fabric softener. But always use fragrance-free detergent to wash your underwear, because those fragrances and soaps and detergents will irritate your downstairs area and could potentially knock off your pH balance. Once again, I lost track of the numbers, but the next reason is because you're not taking your probiotics every day. These are so important. They're a little pricey, but they are so worth the investment. I would have never thought about these when I was younger dealing with odor. I would have never thought about these. I don't even know if they had these yet, but when I tell y'all I discovered these, I don't mean to be prideful or nothing like that, but I put everybody onto these. Don't nobody want to give me credit. They just want to use my stuff and run with it. But I'm the first person that found out about these Azo daily probiotics. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, and these really just balance out your feminine area. They keep you odor free. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really take these for any other reason but to prevent odor. I know these have like a lot of benefits and they just keep you balanced and everything like that, but I honestly just use it for preventing odor, because when I started to use these, y'all, oh my gosh, what is odor? What is it and where does it come from? How do you spell it? What's her mom's name? Doesn't ring a bell. Never even know who that was. Who is she? Probiotics. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If you've tried everything and you do not know what to do, get these probiotics. These are the Azo Complete Feminine Balance Daily Probiotic. I'm not sure why Azo has not cut me a check, but these are the bomb. You can get these on Amazon. I do have them on my Amazon storefront, link down below. If you guys want to go ahead and make any purchases off of there, I would greatly appreciate it. I do get like a small commission off of it. That really does help me and my family. No pressure, but it is greatly appreciated. So yeah, Take your probiotics, baby. These are the ones I suggest. These, out of all probiotics I've ever tried, are the best at preventing odor. We gotta stay balanced, baby. We gotta stay balanced. So we gotta go ahead and take our probiotics. Yes, ma'am. Hair is looking amazing. Okay. The next reason is because you ain't taking no baths. I used to be a little bit grossed out by baths, I'm not gonna lie, especially since our home had like a lot of mold in the bathtub and like the shower. So I was always like super grossed out to take a bath, but like honestly, if I would have known that this would have helped me, I would have been like, I don't care, I gotta do what I gotta do, because I'm tired of going to school, smelling myself and being embarrassed. You feel what I'm saying? So baths. But why am I holding up apple cider vinegar? So I really suggest at least taking a bath 1 to 2 times a week. I'll take one every single day. If I had the patience and the time, I would take a bath every single day, because when I tell y'all, baths get you right downstairs, and not just downstairs but back there as well. They eliminate all odor back there and down there. But if you put a little bit of ACV up in there, y'all, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, make sure it has the mother in it, it'll get you right. This also keeps you balanced and keeps your pH balanced and keeps everything going good downstairs. It helps with odor. This is the way to go. You don't have to use too much. Just put a little bit in your bath and call it a day. But make sure you soak in that bath for 10 to 15 minutes before you even start cleaning your body. Just soak 10 to 15 minutes. And then you can begin the actual, you know, bath, cleaning yourself and stuff like that. But when you soak your downstairs area and you soak back there, girl, it gets you right. So soaking is the key. Please soak your downstairs area. We have to soak as women, as ladies. And if men are struggling with behind odor, they need to soak as well. But as far as we go, we really need to soak, because we have downstairs areas. And showering just ain't enough. So we at least need to take a bath 1 time a week. But I suggest 2 times. Honestly, if I could, every day. The second to last reason is because you're not wiping yourself and drying yourself. I probably should have included this tip before the underwear tip, because I do this before I apply or before I put on any new underwear. I always wipe my downstairs area and dry my downstairs area. So if I feel like there's actual odor in my downstairs area, not the whole, but like, you know, inside of the lips, you know, the external area and stuff like that, then I'll go ahead and wipe before I put on any new underwear. And my favorite wipes are either fragrance-free baby wipes or my favorite Summer's Eve fragrance-free cleansing cloths. These are also up on my Amazon storefront. These are so amazing. I cannot stand Summer's Eve, but their fragrance-free cleansing cloths are so good. They're like saturated in whatever liquid formula they use for these wipes, and it works so well. If you are smelling any kind of odor downstairs, even if it's just a slight odor to where with clean hands, you know, you put it down there and you smell yourself and it's just a little bit light, don't let it go no farther, because that only builds and becomes stronger. Get it while you can and wipe yourself up. Thoroughly wipe yourself, not the hole, but everywhere else externally. Wipe yourself, okay? But remember, we don't want moisture down there. So we get paper towel, and the best way to go is to bring paper towel with you in a Ziploc baggie. These as well. And then dry yourself. If you are in a public area, no matter what, before you wipe yourself and dry yourself, before you ever touch your downstairs area, wash your hands. Wash your hands. No hand sanitizer. Wash your hands. Wipe yourself and dry yourself for odor. And you can do that as many times as you want to throughout the day. In the summertime, I be doing it like 2 to 3, 4 times a day. If I'm super active, best believe I'm wiping up, drying, new underwear, because baby, I'm not playing. And last but not least, the last reason is because you are not allowing your lady parts to breathe. So you may be wearing a lot of tight clothing. You may not be wearing 100% cotton underwear. You gotta wear cotton underwear, and you also gotta stay away from all that tight clothing. It don't mean you can't ever wear tight clothing again, baby. It's just that every single day, that may not be the best. I just burped a little bit. That may not be the best. That actually is not the best. I remember when I first started to experience some like intense odor was in 5th grade. And in 5th grade was when I was super insecure about being skinny. So I would wear super thick like stockings underneath tight jeans, so I had no air to breathe. And I experienced so much odor. Don't do it. Stay away from tight clothing. as much as you possibly can. You can still get cute and wear your little stuff, yes ma'am, but try to stay away from it as much as you possibly can. Let her breathe, y'all. You gotta let her breathe. If the angle changed, my battery died, I had to go ahead and change it. But you know what? When I was doing the super tight clothing, I was also not drying myself either, just putting on underwear when I got out the shower. So there were so many reasons why I was experiencing odor, or why I was experiencing odor, and I was going through puberty. So I also want to make this very clear. I have gone through all of the reasons, but I also want to make it clear that when you're going through puberty, odors are a lot more intense, and it's just like that time of your life where just everything just feels so confusing, and you're dealing with body odor and body changes. My body odor was the most intense when I was going through puberty, and I genuinely feel like no matter what, I would have still ended up having a little bit of odor just because of the hormone changes and things like that. So for my young girls out there that are going through puberty right now, remember, it won't always be this way, but we all kind of had to go through that to get where we are today, and it's a beautiful thing. It may not be the most enjoyable, but it is a beautiful thing. You're becoming a woman, girl. Anyways, those were the 9 reasons why I mainly struggled with odor way back when, but now I feel so free and so confident in my hygiene because your girl has mastered it. I still always learn new tips and tricks and certain things that may work for others, but not others. But I'm just so grateful to be here and have finally accomplished eliminating all odors that I struggled with. So anyways, you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love every single one of you guys. God bless you all in Jesus' name. And if you feel that I forgot some tips and some reasons, go ahead and comment them down below so we can help our fellow sisters out. And with that being said, I'm out of here, y'all.